Hi everyone, my name is Khoh. I'm the author of Black and Blue, and I'd like to share a little bit of it with you today. Chapter 1. I knew something was wrong with me when I found out Samson Otto was dead, and all I could feel was dull envy. I didn't feel much of anything most days, just went through the motions. For the past 10 weeks, I'd been coming in for work experience at the Create Tomorrow Foundation, and that's where I was when I heard about Samson. Veronica Otto's black stilettos clicked a crescendo into the office. She stopped near the fruit bowl and clapped her hands together twice. "Meeting, everyone, now!" Chairs squeaked as the team got up and made their way towards Veronica. I shrank behind my computer monitor. I didn't get included in meetings unless it was to bring someone coffee. "Don't they teach the meaning of everyone at school these days?" Veronica snapped in my direction. "Or do you not understand English?" The group turned to stare at me. My cheeks were hot when I joined them. When she had everyone's attention again, Veronica spoke. "Samson passed away yesterday." A few gasps rippled through the room. I studied Veronica's face. Her makeup was flawless as usual, but this time I noticed the whites of her eyes were slightly red. "I don't need to tell you what a remarkable man my husband was. He was passionate about encouraging the talents of young people, no matter what their circumstances. He could have left Concord Creek behind years ago, but he never forgot where he came from. The world has lost a shining light." She paused, her breath quivered, and my eyes darted around for the nearest box of tissues. But Veronica didn't cry, not in front of us. "I understand this is a difficult time for everyone," Veronica continued, "but the ball is still on tomorrow night, and I do hope you'll all be there. It would mean a lot to him if everyone was there to represent his great work." Veronica's steely grey eyes singled me out. I looked away, staring down at the powdery scuff marks on my shoes. "You're all dismissed," she said. "I have work to do, and so do you." "How did he die?" whispered a voice to my right. I shot a look up at Veronica, wondering if she'd heard. But her heels had already clicked past us towards Samson's office. The answer was revealed when I checked the Concord Creek Times website that night. "Depression," Mum said, pronouncing each syllable slowly, as if she'd never heard the word before. "What does this mean?" "He killed himself," I translated. "After Dad left, I became the one who had to explain everything to Mum." "But he is rich," Mum said. "How can someone with so much money get this depression?" 3 decades with Dad, most of them in Australia, hadn't diluted her Malaysian accent. Nearly every time she spoke, I had flashbacks of kids at school chanting "ching chong" at me while pulling their eyes into slits. I was so embarrassed, but Mum always seemed oblivious to it. Sometimes I would see my classmates messing up the girls' toilets when I walked in, sneering in my direction as if they knew my mum was the school cleaner. I rolled my eyes. "It's an illness, Mum. It's got nothing to do with his bank balance. Now can we get on with this?" "Okay." She moved to the other side of the room. "Walk here, straight line." I half stumbled, half shuffled towards Mum, wearing a pair of her high heels. I only ever wore flats, and it felt like the heels would slide off my feet at any moment, even though Mum and I were the same shoe size. "No good lah, you look like a drunk," she said, shaking her head. "I tell you, you must practice walking in heels, so you can be ladylike for the ball." The annual Create Tomorrow Ball was Concord Creek's biggest charity event, according to the press release I'd read last week. I'd been interning at the foundation for 2 weeks, when Samson had strutted over to me with a huge grin pasted on his face. I tried to figure out what I'd done wrong, but he just pulled a sparkly rectangular card from one of his pockets and placed it on my keyboard. It was a ticket to the Create Tomorrow Ball, and my name was scrawled in the top right corner. I thanked him and tried to look excited. "Why can't rich people raise money in jeans and sneakers?" I asked, half to Mum, but mostly to myself. Mum ignored my question. "I am so happy you are finally wearing this gown I bought for you," she said. "It was very disappointing that you did not go to your Year 12 ball after I spent all that money on you." I gritted my teeth. "Well, I didn't ask you to spend the money. I told you over and over I wasn't going." I hadn't seen the point. It's not like I had friends or a date to show off. Anyway, I'm wearing it now. Happy? Yes. It will be good to see you not dressed like a boy for once. I bit my tongue and dug my fingernails into my palm as hard as I could. What jewelry will you wear? Mum asked. I don't know. I can give you a gold necklace to borrow. Okay, thanks. What style will you wear your hair? I don't know, I'll probably just brush it and leave it the way it is. It's not like anyone's there to see me. This is a bad attitude. You must look good when you ask these people for a job tomorrow. You should not work for free for 10 weeks for nothing. They'll probably be too drunk to notice how I look. I clumped across the tiles into the quiet safety of my bedroom. Closing the door behind me, I kicked off the heels and sank onto the mattress, rubbing my feet. Take me away from here, Deanna, I pleaded uselessly to the 12-centimetre figurine sitting on my desk. A plastic approximation of Deanna Troi, the counselor from Star Trek The Next Generation, stared back at me. I leaned over and picked her up. The toy's hair was made of plastic, like the rest of her, but I imagined my fingers touching soft, dark chocolate curls that my limp black hair could only dream about. Deanna had been in my brother Cedric's room for years, until he moved to the city and gave her to me when I was 6 and he was 18. Cedric thought Deanna was hot. I just wanted her to be my friend. I wanted to explore new worlds with a family I belonged to. I wanted her to tell me what people were feeling and thinking so I'd know how to react in social situations. I was too old for that fantasy now, but Deanna remained in her spot on my desk. I looked up at the Bon Jovi poster above my pillow and gave Deanna a little squeeze. How about some music? I asked her. Seconds later, Bad Medicine was filling my room. I cranked the volume up until I knew for sure no one but Deanna could hear me. I'm never good enough for Mum, or anyone, I told her, placing her back on the desk. It should have been me who died, not Samson. So that was just a little taste of Black and Blue. If you liked what you heard, get a copy, leave a review. I'd love to know what you think. Bye for now.
Hi, thanks for watching. We hope you're enjoying our interviews and book readings. And if you are, please leave us a comment. Tell us what your favourite book genres are. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll never miss out on any new content as soon as we post it.